What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Comics and Crypto, your source for everything collectible. What's up, Spencer? Hey, buddy. How's it going in Lisbon?
What's going on, Sean? Things are good in Lisbon. I just popped back into my hotel room from the conference to come say hi to all y'all. But yeah, having a great time over here. Had a great trip with the family, and then now I'm here with the VeVe fam, with the different fam. So yeah, it's been great to see everyone from the team and everyone from the community. I'm sure none of them are watching us right now because they're at the conference and doing their thing. But yeah, great to see everyone, and yeah, great to meet some new faces as well. The VeVe booth was very cool. Got to see Dan Crothers, VeVe CEO and co-founder, do a presentation today. Talk about some updates, with Stacker World and with the VeVeverse, which were pretty exciting. One of which that I'm especially excited about was basically announced that they are working on a framework, and I don't know exactly how it's going to work, but working on a framework to be able to enforce royalties directly on chain. Which will pave the way for basically licensors to be able to enforce the royalties and for us to be able to have self-custody of our assets, which is very, very exciting. I'm assuming it'll probably be in the form of some kind of like a layer 3 blockchain or something like that, maybe sitting on top of Base just because they're already on Base. But the only way it can realistically be done is on an independent chain. So hopefully that is what they end up doing. But yeah, Dan announced on the presentation today, so that was super exciting, and showed some cool, showcased some cool community members in the VeVeverse and some of the things they've built. But yeah, it was Dan did a great job with the presentation, and yeah, just excited to be here. We have the party tonight, so that should be a blast. We've got it up on a rooftop in downtown Lisbon, so yeah, very excited for the evening and whatever debauchery I'm sure we'll all get into, but yeah.
That's incredible. And we'll definitely dive deeper into that tomorrow in tomorrow's episode of Question and Hang. We're going to have special guests about crypto, and we're just going to talk about physical and digital collectibles and also just updates around the Web3 space. So that's awesome. That's awesome, Spencer. Really excited for that. And before we dive into today's episode, really excited to talk about tomorrow's drop on Fanable. Spider-Mania. It's going to be all exclusive Spider-Man comics, and there are some bangers on it. So this is really exciting, guys. Really exciting. But before we do that, I want to make another quick announcement. This has been something that's been in the works for quite some time. A big shout out to our good friend, Ellie Collectibles. He's been working on this for probably 6 months to a year.
Yeah.
Known about it for quite some time. But this is basically a one-stop shop for VHS collecting. You want knowledge about first prints from the 80s. You want knowledge about screener tapes, Academy screeners, promo tapes, all those different amazing collectibles that we've been talking about for the past couple of years. This is your one-stop resource now. That's the biggest problem, barrier to entry for this market, is that there's been no reliable resource. Mm-hmm. And here it is. And what's really validating about this website is that it's backed by the top graders at 3 of arguably the biggest grading companies, including Rewind, CGC, and also Beckett. So the top VHS graders of each grading company has endorsed this website. They've looked over the details, and they all collectively have come together, which I love because they're all competitors, right?
Yeah.
Come together and say, yeah, we're going to support this because we know it's going to help educate people in the space and get them excited about what they're buying and what they're investing in. So this is really big news, guys. Really big news. And we're going to dive deep into this tomorrow as well. And we're also going to have Ellie Collectibles on in the next couple of weeks, likely when Spencer gets back from Lisbon.
Yeah, when I'm back from Lisbon, yeah, we're going to have him on to chat through all the cool information that's on here. Yeah, I'm so stoked for this. Yeah, like Sean was saying, this has been the biggest barrier to entry, is that people just don't know what they're buying. And a lot of people waste, unfortunately, a lot of money on buying something they think is a first print, but actually isn't a first print. So this is an invaluable resource to be able to learn what you're buying.
Yeah, 100%. And the website is now live, guys, so feel free to browse. It's vhsbible.com, and you'll also go on to their social media. Make sure you give them a follow at VHS Bible. So really exciting, guys. This is really, really cool. I'm really, really pumped to talk to you all about it in more detail. We had a bounty out for this collectible. It was the 1977. Originally, we were turned down for our bounty price. This is something that we know has incredible historical value. It really means a lot to us personally. We mentioned this in a tweet yesterday that Kevin was a huge fan of Star Wars, and we were really on a mission this month to try to acquire these special mints for Star Wars, these first evers. I know Kevin would have been really excited to own these, and it was really important to us to try to acquire them, and we did pretty good. I was really excited.
Yeah, I'd say.
I was shocked for the helmets too. I was like, maybe we might get one, but we were able to get two 1977s and the 501 Secret Rare, which is the last mint and also represents the 501st Legion. So, yeah, I was really excited for that, and I know that it would have meant the world to Kevin. So we were able to acquire this one for 2,500. Took a while to get there, but we finally did it. And a big shout out to everybody, to the owner for working out the deal and making this happen. So we're really excited to have this in our collection. Spider-Mania. Yeah, this is going to be a really fun drop. It's over at Fanable. There are 100 mystery cases at $99 each. And of course, each mystery case contains one CGC comic. And let's go break down the comics. So these are the chasers that are involved in the actual drop. And we'll go over more details in a second. But this is just give a good little look preview of what the case looks like. This is awesome. They continue to make bangers each week, man. This is great. Look at that.
It always look great.
The spider webs on the side, too. I just noticed that. You see that, the spider webs on the side?
Oh, nice. Yeah, like the indentations. That's sick.
Very cool. That's awesome. Yeah. And I love the background, the simplicity of the city, the cartoon feel. It's simple, clean, and it feels it is really cool. I like seeing a lot of these cases have become collectible. I've been surprised on how few are opened.
I know.
I think last week only 40-50% were opened so far.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, then those are trading pretty well.
Yeah, they're trading really well. Yeah, or at least to this point, have sold above retail. Obviously, pending if the big chasers or grails have been pulled. That also.
Well, I pulled one of them, which is pretty exciting. Yeah, I pulled honestly I forget which comic it was, but it was a Batman comic that was signed by Val Kilmer.
Yeah. It was like Batman versus Superman, something. Oh yeah, it's basically, I'm presuming it was an exclusive signed by Val Kilmer. That cover was probably signed by Val Kilmer. Rest in peace.
Yeah. So rest in peace. Yeah, but I pulled that one, and I can't help but think the fact that we talked about him and his work on the stream last week is why I pulled that one. So I'm just gonna take that. But yeah, I did accept the offer on that one, which I love collecting comics, but that the money could be used to some bigger things, I think, right now, just where the market's at. So that was just my tactical decision on that one. But yeah, stoked to have been how that one pulled, and it's now back in the Fanable inventory, and we might see it again.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know we're talking about it a little bit. You're going back and forth, but yeah, there was no wrong decision there, man. There's no wrong decision. Let's give a shout out to some of our viewers. Jen, what's up, buddy? Thanks for joining.
What's going on?
Chris, what's up?
Hey, Chris.
Digital Vibes. Oh, I appreciate that, man. Thank
you. Yeah, we're very stoked.
Amazing Spider-Man 33. This is a really pivotal issue of Spider-Man, and if you don't know this story, it's really cool. It's labeled The Final Chapter, and essentially, as it's described in the listing, Peter Parker is trapped inside of a wreckage, and he's on a mission to try to save Aunt May's life. The comic itself, this moment right here, was inspired in the Amazing Spider-Man, not Homecoming, is the first film, Amazing Spider-Man with Peter Parker, the one that came out in 2000, I think, was it 17, 16? It was Homecoming. Yeah, it was Homecoming. That was the first Spider-Man film with Vulture. There was a moment when Vulture takes down the building and everything gets collapsed on Peter Parker, and this is the moment where he discovers himself. He separates himself from Peter Parker the boy and Spider-Man the superhero. This is a really important issue for self-discovery, and I loved how they used this moment from this comic inspired was in the film as well. When he looks in the reflection, he sees half of his face and half of the Spider-Man mask. Do you remember that moment, Spencer?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So cool. And that's when he realized he has to choose. Who are you? And he was able to get out of there himself because he was calling for help. He's like, someone save me, someone save me. But then he realized, I'm Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And that moment was inspired from this comic. So, great chaser. This is Spider-Man's defining moment. It is fair market valued at $230 as a 5.0 grade, and there'll be an instant buyback offer of 90% for $207 if you land this comic. Very cool comic, very cool issue. Yeah, I'm excited for that one. That's really awesome. Amazing Spider-Man 194. Yeah, this is the first appearance of Black Cat. Very cool comic. We saw this character in the Spider-Man version with Andrew Garfield. I think it was Felicity Huffman. Felicity Huffman who played her. But it's inevitable that we're going to see Black Cat back in the MCU. And it's a very important character. This is a very significant key. As a CGC 8.0 grade, the comic is valued at $260 with an instant buyback offer of $234, which is equivalent to 90% of the value. And it's also a newsstand. I just realized that. This is a newsstand copy. The reason why I know it's a newsstand, the bottom left corner, usually you'll see copies with the barcode and it's wiped off. It's like marked off to the side. That means it was a direct edition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is, I believe, I'm like 90% sure this is a newsstand copy. Typically, CGC did not.
Typically, yeah.
Yeah, CGC did not label newsstand copies until recently. They finally started doing it. CBCS has been doing it for years, but CGC has now finally started doing it, which is long overdue because people put tremendous value on newsstand copies. So very cool to see this, but I'm very confident this is a newsstand copy. So definitely keep your eye out for that comic as well. Amazing Spider-Man 28. This is a 9.9 copy. Very cool cover.
Cool.
Yeah, that's an awesome cover. Wow, fantastic. This comic is valued. It's just instant buyback offer of $300, which I'm presuming is probably above retail. So if you land this one, you might want to consider taking the instant buyback offer. What a cool cover!
It's an awesome cover. Plus, it's a 9.9. It's sick.
9.9. And this comic, of course, many of you don't
classic.
know. This is the classic Amazing Spider-Man 300 cover, the first full appearance of Venom. This is a 9.4 grade direct edition. First appearance of Venom. Valued at
Todd McFarlane art.
Yeah, classic Todd McFarlane art. Arguably, probably one of the best covers of Todd McFarlane ever.
Yeah.
This comic is valued at $600 with an instant buyback offer of 90% by Fanable for $540. And this one I'm really stoked about. We talked about this one last week in the comics we're hoping to see drop on VeVe when we had Sleeping Comics. Big shout out to Sleeping. And this one is the Amazing Spider-Man #1. It's the Hustle variant, also known as the M&M variant. This is a really cool comic, guys. There's only 5,000 of this cover A printed, and then there was only 1,000 of the black and white variant.
Mm-hmm.
Very scarce comic. Only 5,000 editions for this cover A, and what a cool cover! An amazing homage to Eminem's career, his rap battles. It's 8 Mile nod. It's so cool. That's so awesome. Yeah. We're calling it the mic drop.
That's
Love
great.
it. I mean, as a 9.8, guys, this comic is valued at $725, and it's definitely come down a little bit in value.
Mm-hmm.
An instant 90% buyback offer will be provided by Fanable for $652.50 if you decide to sell it. Yeah, there was also a certain amount of comics that were also signed by Eminem as well.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I remember when this dropped, and we were both trying to figure out how to get it, and for some reason we just couldn't figure out how to buy it, and we were like, yeah, whatever, it doesn't matter. And then we realized how valuable it was. Fuck. Should have tried harder.
I think even the signed copies were like a couple $100, like $200 maybe, which is crazy because they all are in percent edition typically. There are definitely 9.6s, 9.4s, people who just want to read it, enjoy it, but yeah, there are actually not that many 9.8s. There's only a couple hundred, surprisingly. So this is a very cool cover. Super happy they included this one. This is one we were just talking about. And man, if it comes to VeVe, you best be betting that 2022 is we're gonna be going hard after that one. And of course, the Kingpin, the Grail. The big chaser for this week's drop is the Amazing Spider-Man 50. This is the iconic issue, the first appearance of Kingpin, aka Carlton Fisk. This is a really cool comic, guys. I mean, obviously, a Wilson Fisk. Sorry, Carlton Fisk. Wilson Fisk.
I heard that come out of your mouth, and I was like,
Yeah.
that doesn't ring right.
Yeah, Wilson Fisk. Sorry, yeah. Also known as the Kingpin. Yeah, this is. I don't know if you guys have been watching the Daredevil series, but man, that has been absolutely fantastic. I've really enjoyed it a lot. This is a really, really awesome comic. This particular issue is graded a 7.0 by CGC, and it's valued at $1,600 with an instant 90% buyback offer from Fanable for $1,440. So someone tomorrow is going to turn $100 into $1,440, or if they want to keep it, it's a $1,600 comic. Amazing.
Such a cool book.
Yeah. This is definitely also considered one of the best Spider-Man covers of all time as well.
Mm-hmm.
Really amazing Silver Age key. Fantastic. So there you go. Those are the big chasers, guys. There's going to be updated information as well on the Fanable website. Make sure to go to fanable.io later today. You'll be able to see the rest of the comics that are being dropped as well. I'm sure there are a lot of really awesome Spider-Man comics, especially if you're a big fan of Spider-Man. This is one you're not going to want to miss. Also, on top of that, guys, if your comic is valued under $40, they're going to give you an instant buyback offer of $40, which is amazing. Because again, typically for if you're going to buy a pack of cards, you're looking at 70, 80, at least probably 80% loss on your packs. And then you have to try to liquidate them. So that's why another reason why I love these mystery cases so much. Having an instant buyback offer, you're like, okay, I'm spending $100 on this mystery case, but I'm guaranteed at least 40 back. Unless I like the comic, you want to keep it.
Yeah.
But for pack of cards, you're looking at 80%, and then you have to liquidate those cards, which could or could not sell, just up in the air, right? But at least guaranteed at least 40% back of your investment. So, whether you want to keep the comic or sell it back to Fanable, that is an option for you, which is really cool. And what's really cool, they're going to implement this again, the 2 mystery cases per person. Oh, it's actually 2 this time. Okay, that's cool. So it's 2. So typically it was 1 mystery case for the first 10 minutes, but now they're allowing 2 mystery cases for the first 10 minutes. And then after that is a no purchase limit. So you can buy as many as you want after the first 10 minutes. So knowing that there's 2, I'm pretty sure there's not going to be many towards that 8th, 9th minute mark.
I doubt it, but we'll see. Yeah.
Pretty quickly, especially being Spider-Man, I'm sure that people will be really excited about this one. So there you go. And make sure, guys, to go to fanable.io if you want to go for the drop, or you can download it from iOS, the app from the iOS or Google Play Market. So there you go. That's the drop for tomorrow. Really excited, guys. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Just want to shout out some more people in the audience, though, before we head out. What's going on, Mental Locks? You got a different account there. Didn't recognize you there at first, but yeah, I'll be at NYCC this year for sure. So I'll be seeing you there. Excited to hang more.
Yeah, man, 100%. Such an awesome dude, and it's cool. Actually, he mentioned that he has a 1977 for Star Wars 1.
Oh, nice.
For which comic is that? I'm curious because the Star Wars, I know number 1 was a secret rare, and I know that
it sold for like 20,000 gems at one point. Like,
so I'm curious which Star Wars 1 was there a different Star Wars comic that you're referring to? I'm curious. That's really cool. What's up, Michael? Thanks for joining. Granison, hey buddy.
Hey, Granison.
Yeah.
Okay, he's saying. I think the scene that you were talking about with the Spider-Man with the water from Homecoming. Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, that was a great scene. It was such a cool nod.
Yeah, definitely agree. These are awesome bangers. But yeah, this should be a really, really good case.
Yeah, definitely. All right, guys. Well, that was awesome. Really appreciate you all. Thanks so much for joining. And obviously, a big shout out to our sponsor, Fanable. If you haven't downloaded the Fanable app, make sure to do so, like I mentioned earlier, or sign up immediately and get involved. You can store all your physical graded collectibles on there for free, and shipping there is free, storage is free, insurance is free. It's really amazing. I'm sending more comics out today, actually. I'm going for the Last Ronin series 1 through 5 is a 9.9. So I have 4 of the issues. I think number 3, the 3rd issue, which is the first appearance of Casey Jones's daughter, which is really cool. But as a 9.9, it's been hard to find. But I'm gonna put them all up in Fanable. It's gonna be fun.
Are you saying he got it on Fanable?
Oh, okay.
Galaxy Mystery Box. Nice.
Awesome. Wait, so 1977. What is 1977 referring to?
Is it the year the comic came out?
I don't know if it is actually. Was it did it come out in 77? Man, actually, that is a good trivia question.
I don't know. But either way, congrats on the pull, man.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it was released in 77.
That makes sense.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, that's awesome.
I think that's the clarification, because there's probably been multiple Star Wars #1s that have come out since then. So
totally. Yeah. That's amazing. Congrats, man. That's awesome. Yeah, that's a really cool comic. All right, guys. Best of luck tomorrow. And Spencer, enjoy Lisbon.
Thank you. I gotta go get ready for the VeVe party. So
yeah, have a good time, man. It's gonna be fun.
Thank you, buddy. All right, I'll see you, and I'll see the rest of you guys later.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for